सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। Upadesa Sahasri, chapter 18, verse number 179. Yeda nityeshu vakyeshu padarthastu vivichyate वाक्यार्थज्ञानसङ्क्रान्त्यै तदा प्रश्नो न युज्यते। Shankaracharya talking about the Mahavakya analysis, enquiry into Mahavakya. Mahavakya is here Tattvamasi, which has got three words, Tat, Tvam and Asi. Tat, Tvam, Asi. What is the meaning of Tattvamasi? When Shvetaketu is learning from his father, Uddalaka said, "Oh my dear son, you are that." You are that means you are that Brahman. Which Brahman? Already I said, Sadeva Somya Idamagra Asid, which I have already said in the beginning of the 6th chapter, Sat, that Sat is used as a pronoun here, that Sat Brahma, when he is telling to his son that what I said Sat as Brahman, that Tat Brahma, you are that Brahman. When we are talking about the Uddeshyam and Vidheyam, what is the primary and secondary? In the sentence, that which we know already is a Uddeshyam, that is subject. And when you want to know any new information, it is known as predication object. That is, you are Brahman. That you are Brahman happens to be that Tattvam, you already know that you are the Jivatma individual, but you are happens to be the Brahman is a new information. That is why that new information happens to be Vidheyam. So, new information and known information. Known information happens to be Uddeshyam. Unknown information or new information is Vidheyam. And this is the rule, general rule. Always subject known comes first, unknown new information comes later. This is the general rule. But Shankaracharya says this general rule has got an exception. They can interchange. Tvam tat asi, tat tvam asi, possible. That we saw in the last class. In Vede Niyamaha Nasti. This general rule, Niyama, is not compulsory in Veda. Even in Vyakaranam also, there is no compulsory principle for this. Then what is the idea behind this? So Pratyaksha is subject, paroksham, unknown is predicate. This is not there in Vyakarana also. That niyama is not there in Vyakarana also. Vyakarana means Sanskrit grammar here. That just like pratyaksha vruddha vyavahara dvara, whatever you know, vruddha vyavahara dvara, the words are communicated by a mother to the child first time. She wants to feed the child, she takes the child outside and show the trees and birds. In the daytime, feeding means trees and birds, dog, cat, like that she will show. So the child see that pratyaksha vruddha vyavahara means elderly people in the house, they use the words and they show the pada artha, padartha, the vastu and its artha. The child started learning that words, padartha, padasya artha, the meaning of the word and the words connected to that object. The child starts learning from the mother. When she is feeding, in the night she shows that moon, stars, like that child come to know. That is a pratyaksha vruddha vyavahara dvara. The child learns the padam and pada artham. Similarly, seeing the padartha, the child later remembers smriti. Without seeing that padartha also, the smriti dvara, remembering that vastu and its meaning, child recollects that object. That is called smriti. So thereafter, we have to rearrange the words. So 3 words may be there, 4 words may be there in the sentence. The child learns to rearrange the words. Subject first, object later, object first, subject later. Like that, object can become subject, subject become object when we use that. Example also we saw in the last class. So once you rearrange that words in the sentence, then they communicate a meaning. Otherwise, non-arranged words are meaningless. The words has to be arranged properly. That is called yogyata. The word get the capacity, power to give the meaning once you arrange properly. You have to arrange properly. The bench, there was a fight between chair and bench. There's a fight between the chair and bench and anartham. Chair and bench cannot fight each other because they are jadam. How they can fight each other? Since fighting kriya vachakam is there, in between fighting word is there between chair and bench. The chair person, bench means group of people sitting in that conference bench. So the bench fighting means a discussion or debate or doubts, questions, arguments. Heat, the arguments are always heat, hot to heat, okay. So hot arguments, it's like discussions. Chair fighting with the bench, or chair arguing with the bench, or bench argues with the chair. Like that, when you say, you are arranging, you are understanding the meaning, implied meaning. You don't say that a chair is fighting with the bench, normal bench and normal chair. How you understand? Since kriya vachaka padam is there, you arrange properly and you get that yogyata, you give the capacity to communicate proper meaning, then it is meaningful. Otherwise, it is meaningless. This is the literal meaning. You should not take bench and chair, literal meaning you should not take. Therefore, this is called Shodhanam. Shodhana means one word, uh, another word you have to check, and which one you have to take first, which one of what meaning you have to take. Here, what is our discussion? Tvampada Shodhanam, Tatpada Shodhanam. Shodhanam means what? Analysis. Shodhanam means Tvampada Shodhanam. Through Anvaya Vyatireka, you inquire into Tatpada Shodhanam. What is the exact hidden meaning, implied meaning? So that is called Shodhanam. Anvaya Vyatireka is very much used for Tvampada Shodhanam. And Adhyaropa Apavada we use for Tatpada Shodhanam. Tatpada Shodhanam. And Tvampada Shodhanam, when we talk about Anvaya Vyatireka, co-presence and co-absence. Anvaya means co-presence. Yat Sattve, Yat Sattvam is called Anvaya, co-presence. All of you know this, many times I have used this word. And Vyatireka means co-absence. Yadabhave yadabhavaha. Mritsatve ghatasatvam is called Anvaya. As clay is there, as long as clay is there, pot is there. Mrudsatve ghatasatvam. Mrudabhave ghata abhavaha. Clay is not there, pot is not there. That is called Vyatireka. Variable. That means it is called in English non-variable concomitance. Non-variable concomitance means mrit is there, clay is there in all earthenwares. But each earthenware changes. Gold is there in all ornaments, golden ornaments. But ornament to ornament it changes. Ring is not chain. Chain is not bangle, bangle is not chain. Like that, each one is variable. What is non-variable concomitance? That is gold. Another word is used in Sampradaya for Anvaya Vyatireka. Anvaya is known as Anuvrittihi. Anuvrittihi. That which continues in the all periods of time, whether that another x, y, two are there. Y is there or not, x continues. Without x, y cannot exist. That is xy. Like that you can take Atma is like a x. Atma continues in Jagrata Avastha also, Swapna Avastha also, and Sushupti Avastha also. That is called Anuvrittihi. Anuvrittihi, otherwise known as Anvayahanar. Anuvrittinar. Vyavritti means what? Shariram, Sthula Shariram doesn't experienced by the dreamer in the dream. It is as good as non-existent. Sthula Shariram. Sthula Sharira Abhave api Atma vartate tatra swapnavasthayam. In swapnavastha, what continues? Atma continues. Sthula Sharira Abhave api. Therefore, Atma is Anuvrittihi. Sthula Sharira Abhava Swapnavasthayam is Vyatirekaha. Vyavrittihi. It is called Vyavrittihi. So, Tvampada Vichara is very, very important than Tatpada Vichara. First, Tatpada we are not doing. Tvampada only we are doing. Why? In Tvampada only lot of doubts will be there. Regarding Tatpada, the Brahman Ishvara, questions, doubts are very less. Sarvajnaha, Bhagavan is Sarvajnaha. Ishvara is asamsari, Ishvara is muktaha, Ishvara is free from sanchita agami prarabdha karma. No doubt in that. Tatpada, we are not having much, not much, almost nil confusions. Doubts are not there. But all the doubts are with regard to the Tvampada. That is myself. I am Dukhi. I am Ragi. Shastra says you are Dukkha-rahitaha. But doubtful, because I have lot of Dukkha. You are Viragi. You are free from attachment. But I am having attachment with everything. So this is the biggest doubt. Ragi, Dukhi, Kami, Krodhi, like that, Jara, Vyadhi, Marana, etc., etc. Therefore, Tvampada is not acceptable as Brahman. You are that, as Guru says, here there is a pratibandhana. With regard to Tvampada only, there is lot of mathanam. Therefore, Brahma Satyam, Jagan Mithya. Tatpada is very easy. Brahma Satyam, Brahman is real. And Jagat is Mithya. Everything is Brahman only. Therefore, Jagat is Namarupa. Easy. Easy to accept. But Jivo Brahmaiva na Paraha. But this Jiva, you are Brahman alone, it is difficult. That is Tvampada Arthe, very, very difficult to accept. In Tvampada Shodhanam alone, we are having Anvaya Vitreka. Shankaracharya highlighting most of the time the problems are not with Tatpada, most of the time the problems are with Tvampada. That is why Tvampada Vichara we do first. I am thinking about myself, it is totally wrong. You have to change your cognition. So Anvaya Vitreka is a standard method we used for Karya Karana. Mrud Sattve Ghata Sattvam is Karya Karana Sambandha. Mrud is the Karanam, Ghata is the Karyam. Karya Karana, for our understanding sake. Clay example we take. Similarly, mind, Manasattve Sukha Dukkhadi Sattvam, Ragecha Sukha Dukkhadi Sattvam. Mind abhave, in sleep, mind is not functioning, our mind. Therefore, Dukkha Bhavaha, Raga Bhavaha, there is Vitireka. Atma is there, witnesser. So, mind abhave, likes and dislikes abhavaha. In the absence of mind, in dream also, your original mind is not working in dream. That is a projected mind, that is different. So, in dream also, this regular mind is not there. Therefore, no mind, no ragadvesha, no likes and dislikes. Ajnana sattve samsara sattvam. If ignorance is there, samsara will be there, co-presence. Ignorance abhave, if vyatireka, ignorance is not there, samsara abhava. Samsara won't be there. So we are not taking here anvaya vitareka, but we are taking anuvritti vyavritti. What is continuously there, we are focusing on that. Even though words are almost synonyms, but that presentation is anuvritti vyavritti. One day both are there. In Jagrata Avasthayam both are there. But in Swapna Avasthayam Sthola Sharira out. In Sushupti Avastha even that Sukshma Sharira also out. Out in the sense as good as non-functioning. So, therefore, this is the way we are presenting. Now come to the shloka which I introduced in the last class. In Panchadashi, first chapter, Vidyaranya presented this Anvaya Vitreka care of my previous Panchadashi classes. You all can recollect that. 4 slokas he presents Anvaya Vitreka. Yada Nityeshu Vakyeshu, 179, the first line, Vakyam is eternal. Nitya means here valid statement. Valid statement is what? Mahavakya. Vakyeshu. Vakyeshu means there are many Mahavakyas. That is why Bahuvachanam. Padartha Jnanam, Vakyartha Jnanam. Very, very important. The whole teaching has to, this is called what you can call final touching. Final touching is Padartha Jnanam and Vakyartha Jnanam. Sentence knowledge. Sentence knowledge is possible. It has to be preceded by the word knowledge. Padartha Jnanam. Padasya arthaha padarthaha. Padartha Jnanam is a sadhanam. What padartha here? Tvam padartha and tatpada artha is a sadhanam for tattvamasi jnanam. Tvam padartha, tatpada artha, word knowledge is a sadhanam, means for sadhyam, that is called aikya jnanam or moksha, that is vakyartha jnanam. Sentential knowledge. I have to get the sentence knowledge. How you get sentence knowledge? Without word knowledge, can you get sentence knowledge? You cannot. That is why aham dehaha, dehabhimana is vachyarthaha. Once you put aham with deha and sukshma stula shriram, vachyartha aham. That has to be negated through bhagatyaga lakshana. Dehabhimana rahita aham, OC is lakshyartha. So, padarthastu vivichyate. Vakyeshu, nityeshu vakyeshu, what are all words are there in that Mahavakya? Padarthastu means the words. Padartha shodhanam. Vivichyate means shodhanam. Determined, ascertained, determined through analysis. Vivichyate. Vivich dhatu. Vivichyate means analyzed. Then Vakyartha Jnanam Sankrantyai, for the sake of sentential knowledge. Sankrantyai means for the arrival of the sentence knowledge. Our sentence is what here in this context? Tattvamasi. Tattvamasi sentence Sankrantyai, for the sake of that Jnana. Vakyartha Sankrantyai illa. Vakyartha Jnana Sankrantyai. Tatpada and Tvampada, there is a verb asi. You are that. For the arrival of that knowledge of Tatpada Tvampada Aikyam. Vakyartha Jnanam. Tada Prashnaha Nayujyate. Once you get clear knowledge, you have done Tvampada Vichara sufficiently, you have done Tatpada Vichara sufficiently, we have seen in Viveka Chudamani elaborately, and we have seen already Ramagita, we had seen already in Vichara, Vedanta Sara, and we saw in in other text Vakya Vritti, so many other Prakarana Grandhas we saw. Many Prakarana Grandhas we saw all this. Bhagatyaga Lakshana I taught so many times with so many examples also. Then If I understand Tvampada properly, Tatpada properly, how we have understood? Shariratraya vilakshana sakshi aham. Prapanchatraya vilakshana Paramatma Brahman. Shariratrayam you have to negate. Prapanchatrayam you have to negate. Sarvagnatvam, Sarvavyapitvam as Ishvara, all those are also omnipotent, omnipresent. All these are given for Ishvara. Srishtikarta, Stitikarta, Layakarta, all these are only Maya Upadhi Sahitam Brahma. That Maya Upadhi caused three prapanchas you negate. That bhaga you do tyaga intellectually. Here, Tvampada side, you have to negate sthula, Annamaya kosha, Pranamaya kosha, Manomaya kosha, all the koshas. Drigdrishya viveka, drishya bhagatyaga. Drigdrishya viveka. Panchakoshas, koshatyaga. And Shariratraya viveka, Atma Anatma viveka, Anatma tyaga, Shariratraya tyaga. Like that you have to do tyaga of Anatma. Then you are taking that Tvampada Lakshyartha Atma Chaitanyam. Tatpada Lakshyartha Atma Chaitanyam. Aikyam is simple. Aikyam is not actually Aikyam. You understand there is no difference. Where is the question of Aikyam? Aikyam word is also not correct actually. You understand Aikyam is also not there. You are that. Upanishad says you are that. You become that, no, Upanishad didn't say. You will become Paramatma, Upanishad didn't say. Think over that. Have you Upanishad used that? You will become one with Paramatma. That is not the meaning. You are Paramatma. That is why Mahavakya is very, very powerful. You will become Paramatma, you attain Paramatma, you will join with Paramatma. These are all words used in many, many Prakarana Grandhas for the teaching purpose. For the teaching purpose, maybe that words might have been used. You will join with Paramatma, you will merge with Paramatma, you will become Paramatma. But there is no Tatparya in those words. Upanishad never used such words. Upanishad uses the word, you are that, that's all. Over. No joining, no merging, no becoming. You are that. You know becoming. You are that. Now, here itself, while listening to Upadesa Sahasri class, what time? 6:29 minutes. 6 o'clock 29 seconds, you are Brahman only. No postponement. Posthumous moksha, Upanishad never promise like that. Okay. Where is the question? No, prashnaha na yujyate. No question at all. If you understand properly, all questions will become zero. Next sloka, up to here we saw in the last class. Therefore, sthula sharirasya abhave atmanaha bhavaha anvayaha anuvrittihi. Atmanah sattve sthula sharira abhavaha vyavrittihi or vyatireka. Atma is anuvrittah, shariratrayam or vyavrittam. Three sharirams are vyavrittam. So, abhane sthula dehasya panchadashila comes. So, vakyartha jnanam preceded by padartha jnanam is the bottom line. Now we'll go to the next shloka 180. Anvaya vyatirekoktihi padartha smaranayatu स्मृत्यभावेन वाक्यार्थः ज्ञातुं शक्यो हि केनचित्. No one can. Yeah, kenachit, by anyone, whoever, um, doing this enquiry. Anvaya Vyatireka analysis is for Padajnanam, not for Vakya Jnanam. More precisely, Tvam for Tvam-pada only, Anvaya Vyatireka. Anvaya Vyatireka Uktihi. The presentation of Anvaya Vyatireka, co-presence and co-absence, Anvaya Vyatireka Uktihi. Padartha Smaranayatu, for the remembrance of Pada Artha only. Padartha. Smritya Abhave na Vakyartha. So you remember the words when the sentence is used. Tattvamasi, you did Anvaya Vyatireka, Tvam-pada, Tat-pada separately. Tvam-pada separately, Anvaya Vyatireka. Tat-pada separately, Anvaya Vyatireka. After doing separately, just like a person prepares that laddu, bundi separately prepared, the sugar, what you can call pakam. Afterwards, the bundi has to be put in that. So, bundi and sugar pakam and yalukka, badam, everything he has kept ready. Then only mixing up. Then you make it laddu. Like that, here also, Tvam-pada separate analysis, Tat-pada separate analysis. After doing Tvam-pada, Tat-pada analysis, after Bhagas Tyagam, whatever remain, we bring together. Any food item you want to prepare, you remove unwanted. All peel out certain vegetables or fruits, you peel out. After peeling out, whatever is the content you take. After taking the content, you mix up. So whatever has to be peeled out, to be peeled out. Like in puja room, you cannot wear chappal. You chappal tyagaha. You leave your chappal outside. Then you enter the puja room. Normally, we never wear chappal into the puja room. So, chappal is like anatma. You have to leave the chappal outside if you want to enter into Atma puja room. Even Ishvara side also you have to give up. Paramatma side, Sarvajnaha, Sarvashaktimantaha, all these you have to peel out. Yenna Upadhi, Maya Upadhi, Anatma. There you should not think, oh no, how can I remove Ishvara, that. Maya Upadhi there at a total level. Here Avidya Upadhi at individual level, body mind complex. If you don't give up, you be with Anatma and suffer. Nobody will come and ask you, force you. It is your choice. Nobody is interested. In your moksha, you have to be interested. In your shanti, in your ananda, you have to be interested. You have to put effort. That is why here, smaranaya, then you remember that. What I did Tatpada analysis, I had done Bhagatyagam. But Tvam-pada also I did Bhagatyagam. You remember that. In Tattvam, after doing that, Tattvam is ready for us. What is ready? Bhagatyaga Anantaram. What is Tat? What is Tvam available? And only Atma. At that time, Asina. One and the same. easy. That is what he says. You have to bring that Tvampada and Tatpada after Bhagatyaga, what you have done, bring into your mind. Without that, without bringing Bhagatyaga, why I am reminding you in Ramagita Visa, Vedanta Sara Visa, and Vakya Vritti, why to say? I am reminding you, Smaranaya. Smritya bhave, if we don't remember, I don't remember Swamini what you said long before, and I am helpless. I cannot teach Bhagatyaga here. This is Upadesa Sahasri. PhD text is there. Viveka Chudamani elaborately we saw. Bhagatyaga Lakshana, Ramagita thoroughly we saw. So you are supposed to remember, recollect. Smritya bhave, if you don't recollect, if you don't remember them, na bhakyartha, you cannot claim I am Brahman. Tattvamasi Guru says, Aham Brahmasmi, you have to say. It is difficult if you don't remember. If you don't remember what you have to do before next class, you go to YouTube or website, go to that your notes and text where you have written and check, verify if you want to assimilate at least in the next class. That is called homework. Hard, sincere student, hard working student will definitely look into the notes. All notes should be handy. Where it was written my notes, Vakya Vritti notes, Ramagita notes, all classes attended. All notes are there, sitting and writing in the notes also. Look into that. Or maintain one book separately for this prakriyas. Smritya bhave, without remembering Tvampada, Tvampadartha and Tatpadartha. Tvampadartha Smriti abhave ityartha. Smritya bhave means Tvampadartha smriti abhave, without, in the absence of the meaning of Tvampadartha in your mind, na vakyartha, you cannot understand the sentence meaning of that. Vakyartha jnatum na shakyate. You cannot understand the sentence Tattvamasi, and the word two letters Asi is the problem. Asi alone is the problem. Shastra says what to do, that Asi you understand only, your dukkha will go away. Otherwise it will continue. Jnatum shakyate kenachit, by anyone, at any time, at any place. For Tatpada, we are using only Adhyaropa Apavada. Here Anvaya Vetreka, thoroughly if you do in Tvampada, all issues are in Tvampada only. Tvampada and the Tandi Varada Rumba Rumba Kashtam. Lot of egocentric mind, likes, dislikes, conditions, lot of vasanas. So many things are there triggering when the situation comes. Triggering point, triggering situation comes, they just come to surface. Okay. Therefore, what Smriti, remember, what you have to remember, that Bhagatyaga Lakshana when we did. So therefore, continue in the next shloka, verse number 181. Tattvamasyadivakeshu Tvampadartha vivekatah vyajyate naiva vakyarthah nityamuktohamityatah. Simple, you can understand. Tvampadartha avivekaha. Padarthau avivekataha. Because of the non-discrimination of Tvampada and Tatpada artha. Here Tvampada only. That is Tvampada is the biggest issue. Tvampada Artha Avivekataha. Tvampada Artha is not analyzed properly. All the sadhanas are prescribed for Tvampadartha only. Tvampadartha alone. Tvampadartha alone, all these are Tattvamasyadi Vakyeshu. Adipadat, Tattvamasi is one Mahavakya. Adipadat, so many other Mahavakyas are there. Ayamatma Brahma, Prajnanam Brahma, Aham Brahmasmi, like that. Tattvamasi, like many other are there. Anyadeva viditad atho aviditadadhi is another Mahavakya in Kenopanishad. Sa yaschayam purushe yaschasa vaditye sa ekaha, another Mahavakya in Taittiriyopanishad. Like that, so many Mahavakyams are there. Adipadat, etc. Tattvamasyadivakyeshu tvam padartha avivekataha Vakyarthaha naiva vijyate. They do not know the Vakyartha, sentence meaning. Tattvamasi. Prajnanam Brahman. What is Prajnanam? You have to know. What is Brahma? You have to know. Ayam Atma Brahma. Ayam means what? Atma means what? Brahma means what? You have to know. Each Mahavakya, word to word, threadbare analysis you have to do. When to do, how to do, and teacher is there teaching. It is your homework also. That if you do, you well and good. Padam, 1/4 only teacher will teach. 1/4 kalakramena it comes. Another 1/4 you have to swamedhaya, by your buddhi, by your intelligence you have to do lot of churning in your mind. Naiva Vakyarthaha, the sentential meaning can never be understood. Naiva vijyate means you do not know what is anuvritti, what is vyavritti, what happened. All those things you will forget. Nityamukto aham iti ataha. So, Vakyartha is what? Vakyartha says you are Nityamuktaha. Nityamuktaha aham iti. Tvampada artha is this only. You are that, when Shastra says you are ever liberated Atma Swarupam, you were never bound at all. You are thinking, I have got Sanchita, I have got Prarabdha, and Prarabdha karma, you are just hitting your head. Some students, after listening that much, Upadesa, Sahasri, Vichara Sagara, Bhashyam, Naishkarma Siddhi, alla heavy Vedanta listening also. Swamini, at least I will get next birth. Definitely I will get moksha anna. Teacher ki BP varla anna fortunate. Or teacher will get another Vairagyam. Already taken sannyasa because of Vairagyam. Again Vairagyam comes because of such statements. Eppidida varum and the statements anna, just like that they make statements. I will never definitely get a next birth. What is guarantee? In the janmala varla, next janmala varuma. Adu enna theriyu next janmala varum? How do you know? What is going to be next janma itself you do not know. Talking about next janma. In the janmala enakku varadani confirm and confounded anna. Students, appadi confound panina Guru, Bhagavan, Shastra, nobody can help. Adada Atma Krupa required. Your Purushartha, your Prayatna is required. Don't postpone and say that if I have Praptam, it will come. The word is also should not come from the mouth of the Vedantin student. If I have praptam, I will get it. This word, I don't like to use this word at all. From my mouth also, I don't want to utter this type of sentences. What to talk of listening, I don't want to listen for such statements. I don't want to means it is really paining, paining in the heart. Heart pain என்ன pain எனக்கு இதுதான் எப்பாவது எனக்கு பிராப்தம் இருந்தால் வரும். If I have praptam, I will get next birth. Definitely next birth you only come Swamini, teacher. What you are talking about next birth? Why you are wasting this birth? Why you are coming to that negative conclusion? So you are weakening yourself, looking down upon yourself. Like Nachiketas, Bahunamemi Prathamaha, I am the best, I am the first. You should feel that. That is called confidence, faith in the Shastra. Varanana, that Mundakopanishad and Kathopanishad, whoever put garland in the neck of that moksha will also put the garland to that person. Atma Varanana, you have to put garland in the neck of Atma you will own up. From your side there should not be any lopsidedness. So Bhagatyaga Lakshanaha, Anatma you have to drop. Like puja room you enter without chappal drop. So Tvam Padartha Vachyartha chappal, Lakshyartha puja gruham you enter. Okay. Next, Nityamuktaha aham. Shastra says Tvam Nityamuktaha. Eternally you free. If class take listening time you are free or not? I am eternally free after the class, before the class, like later. Eternally free already I am free only now. Then what I have to do? Don't do anything. Understand. Okay, next two slokas together I will read. Anvaya comes like that. Anvaya vetirekoktihi tadvivekaya nanyatha Tvam padartha vivekehi panavarpita bilbavat vakyartho vyajyate chaivam kevaloham padarthatah केवलोऽहं पदार्थतः दुःखित्येतदपोहेन प्रत्यगात्मविनिश्चयात्. अन्वय व्यतिरेक उक्तिः. अनुवृत्ति व्यावृत्ति. शरीरत्रय विवेकद्वारा, पंचकोश विवेकद्वारा and Drugdrishya Viveka Dvara, what I am subject to, I am different from the object, I experience the body-mind complex, therefore I am not the body-mind complex. Whatever I experience is Drishyam, whatever is Drishyam is Anatma. Drishyam doesn't have independent existence, therefore whatever is having dependent existence is Anatma, whatever is Anatma is Mithya. Therefore, I am the subject lending Chaitanyam to Atma, Chaitanyam to this Jivatma, the body-mind complex. I am lending Sat, Chit, all this should come, run. And the game, they say run. Like that, I have to say to all of you. Well, running Satyajit, I am lending to these running bodies which are running autobiography, running to here and there, from this room to that room to this room. I am blessing. Remember, avasthatraya vivekena jagrata avasthayam, swapna avasthayam, sushupti avasthayam, jagrat swapna sushupti susphutatara, ya samvit atma vijrumbhate. I am that samvit. Avasthas come and go, vyavrittihi. I am the avasthatraya sakshi anuvrittihi. Appa, non-stop without taking breath, I have to say. Okay. So what? Ataha. Therefore, ataha you have to take from the previous verse. Ataha na anyatha. Anyatha is in 182, first line, last word. Ataha anyatha na. There is no other way, shortcut method, bypass, all these and all not there. Okay, ataha, therefore, jnanam alone. Tat is equal to tvam padartha. Tat is equal to tvam, tvam is equal to tat, akhanda rupa vakyartha. Akhanda rupa vakyartha. Non-variable concomitants. So, tvam padartha vakyartha jnanam, tvam padartha ashodhanam vakyartha pratibandhakam an artham. Ashodhana means not doing enquiry. Anvaya vyatireka uktihi tad vivekaya na anyatha. Without other than anvaya vyatireka uktihi tad vivekaya. Anvaya vyatireka for what purpose? Tvam pada vivekaya na anyatha. Tvam padartha vivekehi. By tvam padartha viveka only. If it is there, it is just like panau arpita bilvavat. Normal karatala malakavatu vijay. This sloka Acharya is telling, when bilvam is there in your hand, bilva patram, it is available. Panau arpita bilva patram. Is it evident? Very, very evident. Like that, once you do tvam-pada properly, understand, it is like kartalamalakam bilvavat. Bilva patram kaila irunda eppadi urichina vaalapalam madri. Kashtapadave venda. Bhagatyaganna urichina vaalapalam. Urichina vaalapalam and the peeling out that toll, that is called bhaga tyaga. You should not eat like Vidura. When he is giving, Krishna Paramatma took toll and put that, both of them are bhaktas, that each other loving each other, Vidura and Krishna, adella konduvaradinga inge. Okay, normally, okay, some people wash and eat the toll also. I am not talking about those people. Generally, we peel out the banana and eat the banana, like that. Vakyarthaha, go to the 183. Vakyarthaha vijyate cha evam. So, you can do, after tvam-padartha analysis, it is easy for you to understand vakyartha. Evam kevala aham padarthataha. Kevalaha vachyartha. Here kevalaha means vachyartha rahitaha. You have to drop vachyartha aham padarthataha. From aham, you remain as kevala aham. From tvam-pada, once you remove that bhaga, shariratraya, panchakoshas, when you remain kevala aham, you remain. Dukhi iti etat apohena. You have to drop I am dukhi iti apoha. You have to remove. Apoha means remove. You remove dukhi iti etat. I am sorrowful. I am So many other defects you are seeing. I am having old age, disease, all these things, birth, death, apohena. Once you remove pratyagatma vinichayat, I remove ahankara. Ahankara caused raga, dvesha, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, madamatsharyadi, etc. Pratyagatma vinichayat. Pratyagatma means the inner self. Aham dukhi. Atma anatma viveka deal with tvam-pada srishti vishaye tatpada. Srishti vishaye tatpada ahankara vishaye atma anatma viveka vishaye deal with tvam-pada. So here atma anatma viveka in Ishvaras there Srishtikarta, Stitikarta, Layakarta, all those are also drop. They are only Upadhi, Maya Upadhi Dwara. So Aham Dukhi, that agitation, sorrow even also drop. Ahankara Amsha drop, Maya Amsha drop, Anatma Amsha when you drop, even Chidabhasa. Anatma Amsha means what? Chidabhasa, Ahankara, which belongs to Chidabhasa also belongs to Ahankara. Chidabhasa Ennudaddane Swamini reflected consciousness. And the reflected consciousness the this Ahankara. Therefore drop. So Ahankarasya dukkitvam you remove. I am not that. I am Paramarthika Atma. Dukkhitvam is Vyavaharika. My dukkha. So what is Anvaya? For two slokas you have to do Anvaya together. Tvam padartha vivekehi. That is very important. First you have to take. In the two slokas, 182 and 183, Tvam padartha vivekehi. Where is Tvam padartha vivekehi? In 182, second line, first word. One Tvam padartha vivekehi. By the viveka, discrimination, knowledge of Tvam padartha. Aham padarthataha, I am giving Anvaya. Aham padarthataha, from Aham padartha, Aham padarthataha. Where is Aham padarthataha? You have to search in the shloka. Aham padarthataha, that is there in 183, first line, second half. Aham padarthataha. Dukhi iti etad apohena. 183, second line, first half. Dukhi iti etad apohena. Then pratyagatma vinischayat. 183, second line, second half. Pratyagatma vinischayat. Then go to 182, second line. Panau arpita bilvavat. 182, second half of second line. Panau arpita bilvavat. Then come back to 183, first line, second half. Kevalaha, kevala vakyartha vechyate. First line of 183. Kevala vakyartho vechyate cha evam. Cha evam kevala vakyartha vechyate. Total Anvaya. So Tvam padartha vivekehi aham padarthataha. Tvam padartha vivekehi aham padarthataha. Dukhi ityetad apohyena. This is called Bhagahatyaga Lakshana. Dukhi ityetad apohyena pramaham padarthataha. Pratyagatma vinischayat. I am the inner self. Confirm that. Vinischayat. Panau arpita bilvat kevala vakyartha vijyate. Akhandartha vakyam vijyate. Akhanda vakyartha remains. more in next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.